All right, welcome everybody. We are so glad that you could join us today for this 4th edition of CFC Call of Gratitude. This is the final week of the Combined Federal Campaign, the Finish Strong Week, and we are so excited to be able to acknowledge the importance of giving through CFC with the support of our charities who are here to share a message of gratitude. They are here to say thank you to the federal workforce for their gifts, for giving through the Combined Federal Campaign, and to help us understand the importance of your gift when you give through the Combined Federal Campaign. So we're super excited to get this started. I just wanted to acknowledge that today is Thankful Thursday. That is the 4th message of 5 for this week. And we've got some, I know Bailey, Gwen, if you guys want to drop any of our collateral into the chat to share. We don't say thank you enough. I remember being at a conference once and hearing that on average, it takes 7 thank yous before we feel appreciated. Don't know what that says about us as a society, but I do know that we could all say thank you more and acknowledge those around us that, you know, as simple as opening the door or sharing a smile, right? Or perhaps that small gift that collectively is given through such a huge, massive combined federal campaign. The collective impact when you guys receive those funds every month is so critical to your nonprofit's ability to meet the unforeseen circumstances in a community to bridge the gap of need. And so now more than ever, we know that your guys' reserves are tapped, that you guys have been on the front line doing such great work for the missions that you guys serve. And we see you, we acknowledge you. This event here is being recorded. It will be shared far and wide. And so we are so thankful to our nonprofits for being here to engage with our federal employees. I see we've got federal employees coming into the room. So hey, feds, if you guys want to drop into the chat which zone you're coming out of or what agency, you know, any sort of message to our charities, that would be wonderful. And Bailey, Gwen, Katie Barker are with me. These are some of the zone managers that work alongside of me and our team across 21 states, 11 zones, hundreds of thousands of federal employees. And we're just so grateful to be able to do this work and to be a part of this mission. So Bailey, did you want to introduce our first charity today to kick us off with the CFC Call of Gratitude? You're on mute, Bailey. Technology.
Of course I am. I feel like I'm always on mute. We are going to start today. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to one of my Oklahoma charities that's here, the Dale Rogers Training Center. So we have James Helm with us to come and share his thanks.
Well, thank you, Bailey, and thank you, Jennifer, for allowing us to come on. And thank you, everybody, for being here to listen to this. So I have a very, very brief presentation, 2 minutes, right? So Dale Rogers Training Center is grateful for your donations through CFC. We are an innovative and entrepreneurial agency that employs, trains, or serves approximately 1,000 people every year, including around 350 people at our federal contract locations at FAA, Tinker Air Force Base, and GSA, where we work in custodial and food service right here in Oklahoma City. As an employment center for people with disabilities on our main campus and in the community, your gift provides much needed resources for our clients. These range from tools to complete contract jobs to fun activities for our extended care program that allows caregivers to drop off and pick up after hours so they can go to work themselves, as well as craft projects for our Camp Tumbleweed program. That's a summer day camp program for teenagers and young adults with disabilities. And always you can learn more about us at drtc.org. Every gift through CFC makes a big difference for all CFC approved agencies, including DRTC. Our CFC number, it's right there in my name there. It's 36082. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you, James. We're so grateful for the work you do and for you continuing to say yes to these events. It has been a very interesting year, right, for the Combined Federal Campaign, for nonprofits in general, for our federal workforce, figuring out what it means to come together and to lean into technology in ways that we never have before. And so we really appreciate all of our nonprofits and our federal agencies for, troubleshooting and, again, I don't know, failing forward with us as we pick ourselves back up and try again. It's been such an incredible year. We're very excited about the future of the CFC and what we see as a hybrid campaign. We look forward to going back to in-person events and to being with the federal workforce, with our federal family in support of their campaign. But we also realize and appreciate the ability that this new technology, this, forced entry into having to get comfortable being uncomfortable, trying new things, has allowed us to reach employees that we couldn't reach before. The visibility that our nonprofits have now with being able to reach federal employees across the country, federal employees that were already teleworking, we used to scratch our head and think, how do we get a hold of them? How do we meet them where they're at and provide the campaign access to them that we're able to do in a federal building? And now we have it, we have a solution. And it's been really cool to see so many nonprofits' results increasing, not only in their zone where they're located, but they're receiving contributions from around the country now because of these opportunities. And that's such an important component of visibility for our nonprofits. Federal employees move, they're transient, Department of Defense, many of them transfer locations. And so they want to give back and they want to hear from, and I love seeing the faces of federal employees when they say, hey, I used to live there, or hey, my son went to college there, right? They start connecting with nonprofits from communities they're familiar with. So thank you, James, and to the others. We really appreciate your continued presentations. Bailey, did you want to introduce our next speaker, please?
Yes, absolutely. So we have next, and I hope I don't mispronounce your last name, but we have Jocelyn Sturdivant with us. She is with the National Black Child Development Institute, which is CFC number 11574. And I'm also putting this information in the chat so that you all can find it. So Jocelyn, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Bailey, and you did a great job. So I wanted to thank CFC for hosting this call today, and of course, thank everyone who is participating. Again, my name is Jocelyn Sturdivant. I am the Senior Vice President for Institutional Advancement for the National Black Child Development Institute. And we are here today. We are proud to share our gratitude to everyone, not only for what you've done for us, but what you've done for all nonprofits. NBCDI, which is the short version of our name, is a 50-year-old organization born out of the civil rights movement. Our mission is to improve and advance the quality of life for Black children and families through education and advocacy. We are based in Silver Spring, Maryland, just outside of our nation's capital. We do our work in two main ways. We have programs and we work on policy. Our policy programs are designed to improve the systems that affect Black children with a focus on education, early childhood education. Our programs involve issues such as literacy, health and wellness, and family engagement. And just to give you an idea of the kind of benefit your paycheck contributions provide week after week, month after month, just in the past 2 years alone, our organization has distributed more than 200,000 books to Black families. We have served more than 80,000 families and children through our health and wellness program, which is designed to promote healthy eating and physical activity and good nutrition. And we've trained hundreds and hundreds of families on ways to get involved in their children's education and to advocate for them. We would like to, again, thank you. Our CFC number is 11574. We invite you to visit our website at www.nbcdi.org for more information about what we do. Again, thank you.
Jocelyn, thank you. I couldn't appreciate your mission and what you do more. I'm a single mom of 2 kids, and certainly education is everything. That is where it starts. That's the future of all of us. And, rising tides lifts all boats. And so the work that you're doing for the community you serve particularly is so important. And thank you so much for you, the mission that you serve. You are what it looks like to be the face of change for so many young children. So thank you for that. Bailey, I saw you drop the giving site link into the site. Thank you, into the chat. Thank you so much to our federal employees. Consider giving today, giving again, whether you've already given or not, you can give again. The system does not limit the amount of gifts you can give. You can give a one-time direct contribution to the charity of your choice. You can increase your payroll deduction. Thank you for your generosity on behalf of all these charities. Bailey, did you want to introduce our next speaker?
Yes, absolutely. Next, we are coming back to my home state of Oklahoma here with Ability Connection Oklahoma. Michelle Bardajay Jackson is here to share with us. So Michelle, over to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you allowing us to come in and just really appreciate everybody who participates in the Combined Federal Campaign. Thank you so much for sharing your time, talent, and treasure to help people with disabilities through difficult situations, particularly during this time of COVID when resources are really stretched thin. Your donations have provided wheelchairs, feeding tubes and supplies, walkers, canes, even rent and utilities for some families that are really struggling, and a speech communication device for a young man. He's coming to get that tomorrow. He's nonverbal and he is so excited to be able to communicate with his family in a way that they are more easily able to understand his words. Whether you give to Ability Connection or another charity, we just appreciate all that you do. Our code is 40687. And again, we're Ability Connection of Oklahoma. We are the Oklahoma affiliate of United Cerebral Palsy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Michelle, thank you. My first degree was actually, going back to Jocelyn and the importance of education to me. My first degree was in special education. In fact, somebody earlier today said, Jen, you talk with your hands a lot. It's like you're maybe it was Gwen, or no, it was Rosemary. It looks like you're signing all the time. And I did have to get certified in American Sign Language. I can't imagine the strain and the stress and the challenges of being, whether you have a disability yourself or you are a family supporting a child with disability, and you don't have the services that you were used to, the support you were used to because of COVID. It's so hard to be a parent. It takes a village to be a parent. And so thank you for what you're doing in the work of your organization. We really, really appreciate it, Michelle. Bailey, back to you.
All right, great. We are going to switch gears here and go to hear from Mark McDougal of Ruth Harbor. So Mark, thank you for joining us.
Great to be with you. This is such a great format, and I am fearful in what I have to say that Jen will think that I am just repeating everything she said, because she really took half of what I wanted to comment about. First of all, Ruth Harbor is in Des Moines, Iowa, and we serve young women who have experienced an unplanned pregnancy. And so we work with single moms all the time, Jen. And then the other thing is that I have found that we have probably had the opportunity to meet and connect with more federal employees this year than any other year we've been a part of this. And that's been well over 10 years. And I think the reason why is we were forced into this format is just really remarkable. So we are thrilled that we've had the opportunity to connect with so many, and are really grateful for the contributions. The contributions that federal employees submit that go to Ruth Harbor help us serve these young ladies and their babies. We served over 19 women last year, and our services include everything. So we provide shelter and home and everything that goes with it. All the expenses to stay with us that cost them nothing. And we just also provide programming for them, life skills, help them get back on their feet, get their job, education. Our goal is to help them become independent, self-sufficient, so they can be back out on their own, usually within a year, sometimes sooner. We had just two babies born in December, and another one born this last weekend. So things are very active around here, a lot of exciting times. We have our number that I want to give, 36489, and we're from Des Moines, Iowa, and just really thrilled to be a part of this year. and look forward to connecting with more federal employees, not only here in the Des Moines area, but as been said, around the country. Pretty cool. So
Mark,
thanks for including us.
Yeah, no, Mark, thank you. I remember seeing a presentation you gave in December. I think, in fact, wasn't it Christmas Eve you had a baby that was born, I believe, at your house? And
One was due. It actually arrived 2 days earlier than that.
Okay, well, there, what a gift, right? The work you do is so important, and being a single mom myself, I'm empathetic to what it means to be a single mom and the challenges, and I'm sure many of the other people here, whether you're a single mom or a single dad, frankly, let's not not count our single dads out. It can be a challenge, and when you're parenting and you need resources when life shows up on your doorstep. I've unfortunately lost both of my parents already, so I'm faced with this without the support of having my parents to lean into. And hey, mom, what about this? Hey, dad, talk me off the ledge today. Help me with this. I don't have that support, and so life shows up on our doorstep. In fact, I should acknowledge that today would have been my dad's birthday. My dad died of heart failure in 2009. So not a day goes by that I don't miss him. So thank you for what you do, and I'll give it back to you, Bailey.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jen, for sharing. I know that, the CFC and thinking about all of these different causes and our own experiences and what we've been through. We know that there's so many people out there who are just like us, who have experienced a lot of these same needs and a lot of these same things. And so, yes, thank you to all of our charities for doing the work you do. And thank you, Jen, for letting me be part of CFC this year and getting to help do so much good for so many people. So last but not least, our final charity for today is Black Hills Works, and we have Tamie Hopp here to share with us. So Tamie, over to you now.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for this opportunity. Mark and others have expressed that there's nothing better being in a room full of nonprofits and the people who help support those nonprofits. It's very uplifting. And we couldn't be more grateful for the support that we've received from federal employees through the CFC. Our CFC number is 43934. We are a nonprofit organization serving nearly 600 people with disabilities in the Rapid City, South Dakota area. Government funding, government reimbursement for what we do falls well short of what we need to provide the care and services to the people we support. 1.6 million short in some years. And that's where our private donors come into play, or CFC donors come into play. Because of you, we are able to accomplish so much on behalf of the people we support. And it's fundamental needs, like you heard from James and Michelle. These are not frivolous services that we're providing, thanks again to private donations. I think of Shad, a fellow who has cerebral palsy, who, because of his iPad, can do the things that we all take for granted. He can turn his lights on and off. He can adjust the temperature in his room. He can even start a slow cooker with his iPad. It completely provides him unmeasurable independence that without that one piece of device would not be possible for Shad. I think of Darcy, a young lady with Down syndrome, who has a wicked memory for public transportation routes. And because of the little bit of support that we're able to provide her, she can get to just about anywhere that she wants to go. I think of Ramona, another person with cerebral palsy who is an amazing artist. And again, because of assistive technology and the art supplies that private donations buy, she's been able to create beautiful art that has been purchased by people around the world. And finally, I think of Kayla, who is one of our 50 employees at Ellsworth Air Force Base, who are providing mission critical support in the commissary, in food service and custodial work that public transportation doesn't go to Ellsworth Air Force Base. Anyone from Western South Dakota knows it's pretty bare out there. And she loves her job. So we make it happen for her and 50 others who are again providing that mission critical support. And I'll add, we've got about 20 workers too at the Offutt Air Force Base outside of Omaha. And it's all because of you. It's all because of our donors who make their lives so full and rich and those connections that make them who they are and what they love to do on a daily basis. It really makes a difference. Every donation, no matter how small, collectively, just an incredible and almost immediate impact in the lives of the people that we're supporting with disabilities. So thank you very much. I hope I've said thank you at least 7 times. I can't say it enough, I'll say that. Again, our CFC number is 43934. 888-888-3434. Thank you so much.
Tamie, thank you so much. I can remember coming to South Dakota and meeting with you and others there that really just touched my heart. It's been such a privilege to be able to connect with so many federal employees across the country, with nonprofits, to bring you guys together in a forum and to watch charities bridge connections and get to know. I have learned about missions, and it's been such frankly, an intimate experience to hear the stories of nonprofits and federal employees who share their why through this virtual opportunity that we've been given. Frankly, it's been a gift, and I'm so grateful. You know, Tamie, I heard that I read something when we were putting together our Wednesday piece that we're in this together. I was looking at different avenues of resources for nonprofits, and you're right. Government funding grants often not only do they fall short, but those monies are targeted. They're very specific. You apply for a grant, you receive the grant, you have to do what you say you're going to do with the grant. CFC monies are invaluable. In fact, there's a lot of messaging right now explaining to nonprofits the best source of revenue right now to face this challenge of COVID, to be resilient through these times, is your unrestricted, continual funding sources. And that is exactly the combined federal campaign. The CFC pays its charities every month. It is unrestricted. It allows our nonprofits here to meet the unforeseen circumstances in their community head on. Sometimes that's as simple as keeping the lights off. I can't tell you how many charities have said, Jen, if it wasn't for the CFC monies that we received, we would have had to turn our lights off. There would have been this family that we couldn't have fed, a child that we would have had to turn away, or a vet that we wouldn't have been able to keep the phone line on to take that call that saved that person's life. And when you hear that from the nonprofits, you really realize how incredible, how meaningful, how necessary it is for our federal employees to choose CFC as their pathway for giving, to give back generously through their payroll deduction. Collectively, in 61 years, $8.5 billion has been raised for nonprofits, and that is because of such a general workforce. I loved how you tied in Ellsworth and Offutt, Tamie. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. And to our federal employees here today, thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support and showing up and being the face of change. Our nonprofits need your support now more than ever. So, Bailey, did you want to close us out with a few words before we end the call today and push this out across so many social media and other platforms?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much to each of the charities that were represented here today. You all really do tremendous work in your communities and really nationwide. So thank you. I would like to remind everyone again to go to givecfc.org and make your gift before tomorrow, which is Friday, January 15th. It is the last day that site will close. So please do so before tomorrow. So hopefully right now, as you're watching, go ahead and make the trip there. Give to any of the CFC charities that are available. They've all been, they have all applied to be a part of the CFC. They've been vetted. We know that these are really sound organizations who are doing really meaningful work. So I don't think you can go wrong. So just go ahead and think about what causes are most important to you and which charities really resonate with you. But thank you to all the federal employees for your gifts, for your time, for the way that you serve our country. Thank you all for participating in the CFC, because as you can see, your gifts really do make tremendous change. So thank you. And I think that's it for me.
All right. Thanks, Bailey. Thanks, everybody. You guys have a wonderful day and keep up the great work. We appreciate you. Bye for now.